How's it going, guys? It's TacTixHD here, and I'm finally bringing you a new NHL 12 GM mode series. And this series actually isn't going to be a building a dynasty series. I'm going to call this series an expansion team series, because what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to pick a team, a really crappy team. I'm going to sub them in for the crappiest team in the NHL. And after I do that, guys, I'm going to basically sim through a year. So, like, as if it wasn't there. I'm going to start in the 2013 draft with a pretty much blank slate. I'll probably have some prospects from the AHL team of whatever team it is I choose. As well, I'll have some like players from that crappy team. And as you guys can see, I did 10 years, and I decided to make it so that I can't be fired, since I'm basically going to purposely lose the first 3 or 4 years to get good picks, good prospects. And I don't want to get fired, but I'm trying to build a dynasty here. And I know I just said build a dynasty, but I'm going to do it with an expansion team, so that's what I'm going to call it that. And as you guys can see right there, the Hannover Scorpions. They're 55 overall team, and they're the worst team in the game that isn't a country. I think Poland and Great Britain are both tied for the 2 worst teams. So I decided to go with them because also they have a scorpion logo, which is way cooler than just like a country's flag. As well, guys, as you guys can see, I still keep my AHL team. So Hannover's 55 overall, and the AHL team's 69 overall. So it's pretty bad when Columbus's AHL team is better than this team. And as you guys can see, once I started, I just molded the 2. So as you guys can see, I've got Matt Calvert, second line left wing, as well. I think like probably 3/4 of the starting team was a AHL team, and then the AHL team is actually mainly just Hannover players. And like I said, I just basically simmed through the year with a maybe 70 overall team, and we finished 869-5, which I found hilarious. But like I said, it doesn't this year didn't really count. I just quickly simmed through it so I can start my expansion team in the 2013 draft, and I'm basically gonna play out the scenario like Columbus Blue Jackets, after doing so bad, fans like turned on them, and we took their place. As well, guys, as you can see right there, Montreal Canadiens won the Stanley Cup. So right here, the retired players, guys, and as you guys can see, a lot of good retired players. Todd Bertuzzi, Jason Blake's pretty good. I'm trying to find someone else. Andrew Burnett, Yaroslav Spacek, Hal Gill. So a lot of good guys already gone. A lot of defensemen, as you can see right there. Sammy Salo, I think, is gone now. And even though we did so bad, we got screwed in the draft, and we lost the lottery. But luckily, Phoenix did not take who I'm going to take. You guys probably all know who I'm going to take. Neil Yakupov, there he is. 7.5, 6.5, 7.5, all green, top 10 projected, high league interest. He probably should be like top 3, top 1. And also, guys, I'm going to show you guys on that in the second round. I actually got a pretty good player. I usually don't show the second round, but because it's you know, pretty big deal, because hopefully it'll be a good future defenseman for me. Right there, Trey Lewis, 6, 6.5, 7.5, all green. So I ended up picking, he had high league interest as well, and he said he'd go in the second round, so I thought he'd be a good defenseman. So after that, guys, as you can see, when you pick a team that's not in the NHL, usually what they'll do is they'll give, like, all those players a 1-year contract. So when, like, the 1 year's up, you can choose who to re-sign. So basically, all those players I just let go. I'm not going to use them, and I'm basically just going to go in the free agency, or in the free agent market, and just basically build my team from free agents. As well, I probably have 3 or 4 prospects from the Columbus AHL team that will be able to play in the NHL, and then the rest of my players are just going to be the AHL players staying in the AHL, as well as all the players I drafted will also be in the AHL, unless they, of course, are going to play the juniors. Like Yakupov, I think, plays juniors first year. So right here, I was basically just going through deciding who to keep. Like I said, I signed, I think, every single draft person I drafted, or I might not sign them this year, but I signed them all next year. I mean, you gotta do that when you're this bad. And as well, like I said, I let go of all the Hannover players, and I think I kept almost every single AHL player. So the first guy I got was Martin Biron, really good goalie. He'll probably be our starting goalie, actually. And I also got Torrey Mitchell, he's a good third-line center. And like I said, guys, I signed a whole bunch of free agents to basically build my team from the free agent market. That's what you gotta do. And as you can see right there is Jarrett Stoll, 83 overall. I think he ends up being our first-line center. And even though I'm signing all these free agents, and they're all, I think I put a bid on, like, I think 3/4 of every player. 3/4 of the players are 80 overall or higher. And I only got these guys right here I'm showing you. There was like a lot more players in this, but a lot of them were restricted free agents I couldn't get. Right there's Matt Smabby, pretty good defenseman. Ryan Parent, 80 overall. He's only 25 years old, and I got him for like dirt cheap. Corey Sarge, pretty good defenseman. And a lot of you guys might be thinking, you know, why am I signing these older guys? So I'm trying to rebuild the team with young players. Before I finish that, right here, Chris Stewart, I got I think I gave him like 3.3, or what I give him? I think, yeah, 3.5 million. I wanted to make sure I overpaid him because I was going to try to steal him from St. Louis. He'd be our first line right winger. And like I was saying, guys, while you watch who I sign, the reason I'm signing all these guys is even though they're all like pretty decent, you know, 80 overall or whatever, it's not going to make us a very good team. We'll probably still get last. And when it comes to the trade deadline or the next draft, I want to have something of trade value. And a lot of these guys, even though they're in the free agency, they might not have good trade value. For instance, Corey Sarich. If he plays good, usually his trade value will go up. As well, if he's like the best defenseman on your team, it's kind of cheap, but his value will be more than somebody that might be better than him on another team that's not a first-line defenseman. Like here right now, I'm getting Scott Hannon. As well, guys, as you can see, I'm paying him like 5 times more than what he wanted. I didn't realize I was really below the cap. I think I was like 40 million below before the free agent started. And after signing all these guys, I was still like 12 million below. Right there, I traded for Skidori, like a prospect, a 3rd, 5th, 7th, 7th. That was simply just to get his cap. Try to get as close to the cap minimum as I could. That way, none of my players' contracts get messed up if it like auto-corrects it. So right here's our final team, guys. Pyatt, Stoll, Stewart, Moss, Hesh, Pay, Winchester, Mitchell, Jones, Atkinson, Compton, Calvert, Hannon, Sarich, Skidori, Soar, Smabi, and Perrin on D. And our goalies are Baron and Gustafson. And right here's the AHL team. No one too good really playing in the AHL yet. Like I said, Yakupov's in the juniors. A couple good draft picks we got in the juniors. And that Forsberg goalie is actually pretty decent. We've got 82 offense, 85 defense, and 79 goalie in our first year as a team, guys. Because like I said, that first year didn't count. I just simmed through it so I could start the expansion team in the 2013 draft. So you guys are going to see how I do in the first year as a team. And I hope you guys are enjoying this series, guys. I just want to say, if you could please help me get this video 50 likes. I think it's a really good idea. I've never seen anything like it. And if you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate it. Besides that, guys, thanks for watching. Have a nice day.